guys. Thank you, everyone. And right now we are going to call on Bisola, who is going to take us for the session today.
Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so diving right into intro to HTML. Jerome, you have something to say? Okay, if you don't have anything to say, I will just continue. So, before we start, how many of you guys were able to install VS Code, Visual Studio Code? Dennis, you were able to install it?
Yes. I installed the Visual Studio Code.
Okay. So who else? Who else has installed? Because we're going to be using that.
Me try install it.
Also be able to install mine.
You were not able to install yours. What happened?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, you did. Okay. So guys, let's dive right into it. So I'm going to be sharing my screen with you guys. A minute. Yes. So. Can you guys see my screen, please?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we can.
So we have introduction to web development, ByteBuilder lectures. So first, I'd like to welcome you guys to your web development journey. I mean, it's going to be a long one, but congratulations on getting started. And so for me, I'm picking up from GitHub and collaboration. Right, we'll be having another GitHub session, but we'll dive into web first. You guys have learned like the important things from Git and GitHub. So let's dive into web. So then we're still going to have another Git session where we'll be able to complete your Git scheme, okay? But let's dive into web development right now. So like I said, you need a text editor or an IDE for this session, but let me just start breaking it down into bits for you guys. So who can tell me what is front-end web development? Anybody have an idea? I'm sure, no, it's not even about, you guys must have an idea of front-end web development. Can anybody tell me what it means in your own language or what you understand it as? Anybody? Come on, guys. Go on, please. Somebody must have an idea of what it means.
May I think
Let me
that
can you go ahead?
may I think that front-end development. Hey,
Hello?
are you getting me?
Yes, okay, I can hear you now.
This is where you develop a website, but you only use HTML, CSS, then plus JavaScript to make it more interactive.
Yeah, that's the keyword.
Without
Interactive,
including
very
the
nice.
database.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You said?
Without you including the databases.
Okay. That's cool.
Okay. So to my understanding, front-end development is the visual and interactive aspect of every website or web applications where users can interact to their web application or websites.
Beautiful. That was awesome. A round of applause for him, guys. A virtual round of applause. When I say round of applause, I mean a virtual one. Okay, yeah. Now that's better. That's better. So so you guys have said it all, but let me just explain. So it's the practice of creating the visual and interactive part of websites. Any website you see now, right? You're seeing buttons, you're seeing the look, you're seeing would you like to register? Would you like to be a part of our would you like to be a community member? You're selling something, but in as much as they're selling something, they're creating a visual, they're representing themselves. So some people might put the pictures of what they sell, some people might not put the pictures of what they sell, some people might put buttons, some people might put videos there for you. So those are visual. So front-end development deals with all those parts, putting the video, the images, the buttons, the icons, you know, the interactivity, the interaction, and everything. It's all part of front-end web development. So in front-end web development, we're dealing with the visual, the physical, what you can see, what other people can see, what clients can see when they visit a website. So that's what we do in front-end web development. So it bridges the gap between design and functionality. You're designing, you're attracting people in, you're calling people in, but at the same time, you're putting functionality. Because when you're calling people in, you're taking their data in as much as, because when they click on a button, you're going to get their info, their email, what they clicked on, blah, blah, blah. So you're bridging that gap between design and functionality. That's the function of a web front-end development. Do you guys understand?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay. So so the web development ecosystem, we have the front end, like I said, the user interface and the experience. So the back end handles the server logic and databases. The server logic, that means whatever you're doing on the website, right? Let's assume now a website is an insurance website. An insurance website, they are selling insurance, right? So let's say life insurance. You're buying a life insurance. The server logic will undo it will impute the amount. Let's say they're selling for 1 million for a year or 2 million for a year. So you put it there that, oh, we're selling this insurance for 2 million for a year. We have discounts, we have this, we have that. If you click on this button, you're buying it. You have to input your card. We're going to be making payments and everything. So all those logic, it's going to put this thing in the form of a database. So when a user clicks on, let's say I'm buying the 1 million insurance right now, I click on the button to buy. It's going to definitely, I signed up for it already. So during the sign up, it's going to take my data, my name, my email. If I put in my my ATM card and everything, it's going to take all those data into a database form. Some use MongoDB, that's like a JSON format, right? While another can use a data format, you understand? But it's going to take all this. There are going to be logic. You know about if and loops. If you click on this button, this amount will be withdrawn from your account. So if I click on I'm buying, let's say a million will be withdrawn from my account. So that's the server logic. So that's the backend work. A full stack combines both the visual, the backend, the logic, and the database together. While it develops is the deployment and the infrastructure, testing and every other thing. That's what the DevOps does. So now let's go to the core technologies. So the HTML, that's your structure and content, how your web page looks like. That's HTML. CSS, styling and layout, how you present your HTML. If you can just have a form now, but CSS will tell you the color, how you are presenting it, the headings, the design of the headings, the layout. Is it centralized? Is it aligned? Is it center aligned? Is it justified? Is it right aligned? Is it floating or whatever? So the CSS will be the one to tell you that. Now I have JavaScript, interactivity and logic. If you click on a button, it's taking your data, the logic behind it. You're clicking on the button, you are buying something. You are clicking on the button, you are exiting an app. So this JavaScript works with these logics. Then the frameworks we use, we have Next.js, we have Vue and Angular. We also have library React. The popular React is not a framework, it's a library. So now, guys, let's talk about the essential tech words and terminologies. But before I move on, please, you guys understand what I just talked about. Does anybody have any question so far? I need answers to my question, please, so I can move on.
Yeah, but please, we understand.
Okay, sure. Let's go forward. So the development terms, I have IDEs. It's also known as Integrated Development Environment, right? So the VS Code I asked you guys to install is an IDE. So it's a code editor that is used to edit code. So we have VS Code, we have Sublime, we have others, we have different IDEs. But the most popular ones that is free and really easy to navigate is VS Code. We also have Anaconda, and Anaconda is another level entirely. It has a lot of, like, it has different IDEs integrated into it. So like we have different IDEs. So we have repo. I'm sure you guys all know what repo is based on your former classes. So it's a storage location for your project code and files, right? That's a repository. So we have library. I have React. We have React. Now React is a JavaScript library that is used for building user interfaces, especially single page applications, right? So your Gmail is a single page application, right? Because when you click on something, it is not reloading, but definitely it's taking you to another page. But like if you go to your inbox, right? Your inbox, you have your inbox, you have your listen, you have your inbox, you have your draft and everything. So if you're inside your inbox and you go to your draft, you notice that it's not reloading the entire app, but it's going into another directory, right? So it's a single page applications. So React is a JavaScript library for building user interfaces, especially single page applications. And it was developed by Facebook. Sorry, just a minute, guys. Yeah, it was developed by Facebook. Then I'll be going into frameworks. So we have Next.js, Angular, and Vue. So they are pre-built code structure that speeds up the development process, right? So the main difference between library and framework is the fact that framework is an entire system on its own. You can do your you can build your applications, you can do your server-side routing, you can do your routing, you can do your server-side rendering inside the framework. But with React, you have to use extensions. It's more like you're borrowing, right? You're borrowing from other people to do this server-side rendering, for routing like going to another page. So you're borrowing with React. That's why it's just a library. But for framework, it has everything in it. And this Next.js, I call it advanced React. I call it React with superpowers because it's basically it's React, but it's advanced React because it allows you to do everything like you can't do with React. So it becomes a framework. So do you guys understand? Angular was developed by Google and Vue is an individual. Angular is a full framework, while Vue it's not a full framework, but it gives you what you need. Like it gives you the things you need as you're advancing, right? So let's say you are building an app now, and a web app now. So as you advance, the framework is advancing with you. It's giving you what you need. But with Angular, you're getting the full framework, but the things you need are the things you don't need. So do you guys understand? Now I'm going to Uniform Resource Locator. So that's the address of your web page or resource on the internet. So let's say you're going to Facebook, www.facebook.com. That's your URL. That's your Uniform Resource Locator. So that's the address of the web page. Now the GUI is the graphical user interface, like buttons, icons, images, and stuff like that makes the web page looks very interactive. That's your graphical user interface. Now the API, that's it's just how different software communicate or talk to each other. So it's just syntax for computers interacting with each other and software interacting with each other. That's the meaning of your API. So do you guys understand, please?
Yes, please, but go through the API again.
Okay. So I said your API, it's application programming interface, right? So it's how different software talk to each other. Like now, I could have a post. Okay, let me write this now. Let's say I'm going to a website called the Charter Hub, right? Can you see what I'm writing? So now I'm going to this chapter hub. Now the chapter hub is going to go to get, let's say 3,000. Get 3,000. Let me use 3,000 chapter hub. Chapter hub of home. So now this is communicating to the web app that you should get the page of what the chapter home page. So this is the API. This is what is using to interact with the web app. Do you understand what I'm saying now?
Yes, please.
We're going to dive into it fully when we get to JavaScript, but I'm just giving you a brief introduction to it. So let's go to web technologies. So web technologies, you talked about the DOM the last time. So document object model. Now, a programming interface, it's a programming interface for HTML and XML documents. So we write HTML, we write XML with DOM. So we have SSL, that's the secure socket layer. It's a protocol for encrypting internet traffic. So we use it to encrypt our data and our traffic, so people don't get easy access, or they can't really hack our thing. We have TLS, that's transport layer security. So it's a successor to SSL, but it's more secure. So we will now have the HTTP and the HTTPS, hypertext transfer protocol, and the hypertext transfer protocol secure. So it's the secure version of HTTP. So that's HTTPS is the secure version of HTTP using the encryption SSL. So SSL and TLS is what is used to encrypt HTTP to give you HTTPS. Do you guys understand? SPA, that's a single page application like we talked about before. It's a web app that loads a single HTML page and updates it dynamically. So we now have CRUD. You'll be hearing this term more. So it means the create, the read, the update, and the delete. Create, read, update, delete. So it's the basic operation for managing data in HTMLs. So now for that one I showed you now, the get. Now you're reading. If I want to get updates, I think you'll be using the puts. If you want to delete, you'll be using remove. But you get more intro into it as we go in deeper. So we have the MVC, that's your model, your viewer, and your controller. So your model is handling your database, your viewer is handling your UI, that's your React, what you can see on the screen, and your controller is handling the input and the output, what you are putting into this thing. If you're putting your form into it, is getting your data, your name, your this, your that. So the model is now the database, right? Whether you're using Mongo, you're using Post, or you're using SQL. So it's just a design pattern for organizing code in a web app. That's your MVC. So responsive design is when you allow your website to adapt to different screen sizes. So I'll be showing you this when we go to your your DevOps tools. So the browsers we use, we have Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Edge. So those are the software that displays your web pages. We all know that we have to use this right now. We are also using this right now to I'm using this to communicate with, except for those people that have the Google Meet installed on their phone or on their system. So we have essential tools for installations. But before I move on, do you guys understand, please?
Yes, we understand.
So so the development tools that every front-end developer needs, we have the web browser. So you have Google Chrome. They have the excellent dev tools. Is the most popular. We have Firefox Developer Edition. It's built for developers. And we have Edge. I use Edge. I'm a big fan of Edge. I don't know. I just feel like Google Chrome is overhyped. I'm sorry if you're a fan of Google Chrome, but I love Edge. Firefox is also very good, but I just don't. To me, I feel like it's too static, so I like Edge. No bias, but all of them are actually good. So for the code editor, Visual Studio, it's free, no cost. It's backed by Microsoft. It has extensions, thousands and thousands. We have IntelliSense too, but it's nice. But like I said, Visual Studio is the most popular and it's really good. So let's install some VS Code extensions, essential extensions, right? So let me start. So 1 minute, guys. I want to show you guys this extensions, the extensions from Visual Studio Code. So okay. So I'm going to be sharing my coming, guys. So I'm going to be sharing my entire screen. So first, before I go on. So okay. So I'm coming. I want to show you guys CMD. So let's go to the command prompt. Let's create something for this. So I'm going to make a directory with mkdir. Let's say ByteBuilder, right? So I'm going to change. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to change my directory. That's change directory cd to ByteBuilder. So then I'm going to open my Visual Studio Code with that directory now. Can you guys see my screen, the Visual Studio Code?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So now I'm going to let's make a folder. This is a folder, this is a file. So let's make a folder. Let's just call it samples. Let me call it samples. So inside this folder, let's create an HTML file. So I'll call it index.html, right? So did you guys see how I did that? Or do I run it through again? Guys, did you see how I did that, or do I run it through again?
It again. We do it
Please do it.
again.
Please run it
Okay.
again, please.
Okay. Okay. So we were here. Do you guys understand up to this extent? Or should I go back to the? Okay. So, okay.
Excuse, I want to know that make directory, the file, the byte builder file you created there, like is it a folder or a file on the particular desktop?
It's a folder. It's a
On
folder.
which on which directory?
It's
Like
on my PC.
I know.
It's on my PC direct. It's on my PC.
Okay,
If you
okay,
can see here now, so it's on my PC. So I just made the directory on my PC, then I entered from the command prompt.
okay, okay.
Okay. So let me make a folder now. So here, look at this new folder, right? I click on this, call it whatever I want to call it. Let me call it samples, right? Do you guys understand here?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's make the file. So this is a folder, but this one is the file, individual file. So if I want to make in the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, I make it with this particular one here, this button. So if it was here now, it will not be, it will come under it. If I make it less than I make it an index, can you see it's coming under it? But I want it to be inside the folder, so I have to click on the folder first. Then I have to do new file. When I click new file, it will give me an empty. So I name it. I'm calling it index. index.html. So that's how we create the index.html. Do you guys understand up to this extent now?
Yes, we understand.
So now let's
Yes,
look
yeah.
at this.
Can you
Let's
please do
look
a
at
little
this.
recap, please?
Huh?
Can you please re-explain, re-explain a little?
Re-explain. Sorry, what did
Re-explain, please. Just this one you did here now.
Okay. Okay, so this is my folder. This is samples, right? This is a folder I created with this. This is used to create new folders. Now this is a new file. File is always inside a folder because folder we use it to group. We use it to group our files. Let's say now I have index.html. You have a form. So inside this form now, okay, let me create a new folder, right? I'm clicking here because I want to create a new folder now. Here, let's say I want to create a form. A form. Now this is a form. So if I want to create a form now, I have to click on this so that this can enter inside this folder. I don't want it to be outside here because if I'm clicking this now, it is coming outside. But I want it to be grouped because I want them to be interconnected. So I have to click on this form or I'm clicking on these samples. So let's say I'm clicking, so I want to create a form now. I'm going to create a form .html. You have to put the .html. If it's a CSS you want to do, you have to use the form .css. Can you see that there's a difference? It's giving you a tag. A tag represents HTML and the hashtag is representing CSS. If I want to create for JavaScript, I'll be saying form.js. So can you see now the acronym is JS, that's JavaScript. So you can see that it's different. Do you understand or should I still re-explain?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
You're welcome. So I'll delete this now since we don't need this yet. So we are dealing with HTML, so we're going to be working with this index.html. So but for the extensions, so I'll be looking at our extensions right now. So we're starting with prettier. So I'll start with prettier first. Okay, let's start with live server. Let's follow the code. So let's start with live server. So we're going to be installing. This is for searching. If you want to search for anything in your VS Code. This is source control. This is for Git, but we'll still go there. But right now, let's go to, this is your Microsoft Edge tools, right? So we'll still be going there later, but let's go to extensions. Let's start small. So extensions, this is where you install your stuff. So now for live server, now let's search for live server. You can search for live server here. So let's search for live server. So this is the live server we're installing, guys. So now all you have to do, if you're here now, it will show you install, but because I already installed mine, you understand? So it is showing here. So guys, so please go to your extension. This is its extension on your VS Code. Then search for live server. Let's install. Quick, guys, quick, so we can go to the next. We still have other things to install. We have 6 things to install here. So please, let's be quick. It takes less than 2 minutes for installation. So please go on quickly, guys. I'll give you guys 2 minutes to install, then we'll go to prettier. So let me keep it on here. Let me keep it here. So you can see it. Are we good?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Others, what about others? Are we good?
Yeah, we're good, we're good.
Okay, so let's go to prettier now. So let me show you the prettier. So this is prettier. So prettier helps us. Okay, so live server helps us to render our page, our HTML page live, so we can see what it looks like if we were to launch. That's for live server. For prettier, it helps us to format our code. It follows the syntax. that's generally accepted. Like we use two spaces after each tags or elements. So this prettier will help us to format the code so that it follows the correct format and everything. So that's what prettier does. So guys, hurry up, let's go, let's go. We still have others to install. Are we good to go, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Are you guys sure?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go to the next one. Auto rename tag. So look at the auto rename tag here. So please by June Ann. So let's get this. So it helps to let's say you have a tag. Let's say you have a tag now. You have a paragraph tag and you want to change it to an H1. So you know we have a opening and a closing tag. We're still going to talk about that, but so now for this, let me just do this. So guys, for HTML, right? To get our syntax, auto syntax, I press the shift and this button. You can see this button, shift and this button together, and then you now click enter. So it will give you your format inbuilt. So that's one of the advantages of VS Code. You don't have to start from the bottom, start typing the doc type. It gives you this. So all you have to do, let me redo it again. You click your shift button and this button. It's one, but with the shift it gives you this. Then you click enter. So when you click enter, it gives you this. So now I just want to give you an example of, let's say you have your P, right? So I could just do tab now. Oh, okay. Just close this first. I'm gonna shut this. Close this first. So now, can you see this? This is the work of your auto rename tag. It's telling you that you are changing this. So let's say I'm doing H1 now. So can you see it? It's changing this directly, so you don't have to come and be doing everything. If you finish changing it, you come and change it. So that's the work of your auto rename tag. Do you understand? Now let me show you the work of your prettier. Let's say you write your code like this, which is wrong. If you just put Ctrl S, you are saving. Can you see it? Your prettier is formatting it back for you. Can you see this, guys? Do you understand? So that's the work of your prettier. So let's go to bracket pair colorizer. I don't use this, but your tutors decided you need this. Go on, please. Go on. Somebody was saying something. On the page? Can I come again on what?
The last one.
The last one. So let's say you have your code. Is it this one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have your code like this. This is a very wrong syntax, right? So the work of the prettier we just installed is when you say when you press Ctrl S, you're saving it, because before you can view with live server, you need to save whatever you've done. So the live server knows this is what I'm rendering. So if you press Ctrl S, automatically your prettier formatter will just format it back for you, put it into the right syntax. Do you understand? So now we have a bracket pair colorizer. I don't use this, but your tutors decide you need this, so you install it. So install it. So guys, install your bracket pair colorizer, please. Then we'll go on to the next. Yeah, this is important. But so, are we done with the bracket pair colorizer? This is depreciated though. I'm coming, guys. Have you guys installed that?
Yes, I've installed mine.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, you can use it, but they said it's depreciated, so I wanted to see if we could use another one, but it's still good. I'm sure they will give you the they will update it. They always update their extensions. That's why I like VS Code. So are we done with this? Can we go to the next one?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So let's go to the next one. So I'm going to HTML CSS support. So we're going to be using this. We'll be starting with this, but later you'll be installing this. But let's just start with this first. HTML CSS support. So please install this, guys. It helps you to auto-complete your codes. Like it already knows. Let's say you're using H1, it already knows, oh, I'm using H1. You're using CSS, it already knows you're using CSS. So it just auto-complete your codes for you. So please install it, guys. Git lens. I don't use this, but your tutor decide you need this. So let's see. Install it. Sounds interesting. So are we done with Git lens, guys?
Yes, please.
Okay. So now I'm not using the bracket pair colorizer, so you won't see what it does for me. But let's just go on to others. We're still going to work on our index.html. So like I said, the HTML fundamentals and structure now. HTML means hypertext markup language, right? So this is just your tutor's write-up. HTML is a markup language that defines the structure of a web page, and it is interpreted by a web browser. So let me just work with this now. Let's go back to I'm not interested in this Lens Pro right now. So let's go here now to your file. So it's a language that defines the structure of a web page and it's interpreted by a browser. Now let's see the work of your live server. So you right click. After you save your document, you right click. When you right click, you see this. Oof, all these things moving up and down. So when you right click, you see here, it's supposed to show me. I'm just going to, when you right click, you put on go live, but me, I'm going to use this because my google.com is not allowing me to see open with live server, which is behind this, right? So I'm going to be using this one, go live. So when I click here, go live, it's starting, and then we can see what we've done here. Google Hello World, right? So let's start the definition. This is doc type. This is every HTML is always in this. We start with this format. You first tell us the type of doc type you're using. We're using HTML, and it's HTML5, but you don't need to really state it. The document already knows you're using HTML5. Now, for the HTML, the language you are using is what? English. So we're going to put EN. It's the abbreviation for English. If you are using French, you can use FR. If you're using Turkish, TK, you are using different languages. We have different languages. So now we now have the head element. The head element is not going to show. Let me come here now. Oh, I'm coming, guys. 1 minute. Okay. So let me just start by breaking this down into HTML elements, right? So the head element, this head right here is an element, but I have the tags, the opening and the closing tags that is telling us this is an head element. So head elements, they're not showing on your page. you like now here now you're not seeing in the live server, you're not seeing add elements. You're not seeing add elements. It's just going to, it works at the background. It's working at the background. It's telling us that you're using UTF-8. UTF-8 means that you can use pictures, you can use icons, you can use videos. It will allow this page to render it. It will allow this page to show your icons, your image, your GIF, and everything you want to put here. So that's the meaning of UTF-8 encoding. So it allows you to use all those things without the web saying wrong, inaccessible, or bug you can't view. Now the meta is telling us the viewports. It's telling us that this thing now, it can be adaptable. It can be adaptable. If you're using your phone to view this now, it's telling us that you can view with your phone, and it will adjust to the device width. So it will adjust to the small your phone width if you're using your phone to view. If you're using, and it's telling the initial scale to 1.0, that's 100%. So the zoom will be 100%. So that's why when you are visiting a website on your phone, you will see that it will zoom to that your phone's 100% scale. If you're using a laptop, it will zoom to 100% scale, the laptop width. So metadata. So metadata, it contains data inside data that is not showing on the screen, but is working behind. Now I have title documents. Now let me change the title of this document to my first app, right? Now let me save this now. Let's go back here and see. Can you guys see this place I'm pointing at? Guys, can you see it? My first app.
Yes, we can.
So you can see that it has changed the title of this thing to my first app. So that's what it does. So apart from title, all these two are not showing in your HTML, in your live server, but only this title is showing. This is the only thing that is coming out. So that's the function of your head element. Now let's go to the body. You have your hello world now. So the body is now what is showing here. From here to here, this is your viewport. What is showing on your viewport? Do you guys understand, please? Okay. So like I said, elements and body, they have an opening and closing tag. So the elements contain information. Like we just did now. Look at this now. Language content. So this element title is telling you that what this title element is telling you that we're putting the title of this document. The body element is telling you that whatever we are showing inside the body, that's whatever we are showing here. That's what it's telling you. So element tells you what is happening in the tag, right? Now each element can include attributes. What are our attributes? These are called attributes. Char set equal to UTF-8, and attributes always have a value, a name and a value. The char set is the name, the UTF-8 is the value. That is what is rendering. For this mental name is what? This name equals to viewport. This itself is my attribute, but this name is the name and this is the value. This language is equal to n is an attribute. This language is the name and this English is what? My value. Do you guys understand? So like we said, inside the HTML elements, we typically want to include both a head and a body tag. The head element will include information about your page that is not necessarily displayed, like I said. And the body elements will contain what is actually visible to users. So for the head, we include the title for our web page, which you will notice displayed in the tab at the top of our web browser. So now let's go to the object, the DOM, that's the document object model. Now for HTML, now we have it's a tree. It's a tree that is representing what is going on here right now, right? So So now I want you guys to see this. Who can tell me what this is? This thing I'm circling. Who can tell me what this is?
The API.
Huh? The API. Very good. But what is this? Who can tell me what this is? This is my IP address, my computer IP address. This is the address of my computer that anytime I want to communicate to the outside, it's a request for my IP address. So this is what I'm using to communicate to other computers. Your IP address. Now this is the place, the IP address that this HTML document is posted at. That's 5,500. Now this is now the what? Stroke sample. Sample is the name of our what? Folder where we can find it. Then we now have stroke index.html, which is what? The name of our file that we are typing inside. So that is how they formulate your what? Your IP address. So this is get what? My IP address, the hosting page, the name of the folder, and the index.html. That's the name of my file. So this is the location of this on my what? Computer, which is 127.001, which is hosted at what? 5,500. Do you guys understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's go here now. So the HTML now, it's our parent, the parent of this. That's the first file, the HTML. This is the parent. I have what? Inside this thing, I have the head and the body, which is what? The children of this HTML. So that's why we have it documented in a tree structure, the head and the body. Now, inside the head, I have what? Title. Title. What's the title? I renamed it to my first app. So that's the title of this. You can rename your own to Hello or whatever you want to rename it to. Then I have my body. What's my body? What's contained inside my body is what? Hello world. So this is what we have here. We have what? Hello world. Do you guys understand? So the DOM is just a true representation of your HTML file. So I think we've explained this already. So I want to go to markup. But before we go to markup, I want to show you guys I want to introduce you guys to the DevOps. So the developer tools. So for any this thing, the shortcut is F12. So let's go here now, my first app. Let me click F12. That's the shortcut. But if you want to use the shortcuts, that's the F12 on your this thing. You see these 3 dots here? Are you guys following me? These 3 dots, click on it, right? If you click on it, we'll go to what? More tools. So from more tools, you go to what? Developers tools. So the developers tool, according to my this thing, is Ctrl+Shift+I. So even if I press Ctrl+Shift and I can still get it. But I'm clicking here now. Can you see? It's coming out. Do you guys understand? Or I go through it again, guys.
Go through it again, ma'am.
Okay, sure. So let's exit. So developer tools, this is what we use to analyze or check our web app. We can also use it to make changes. We can use it to find out things about our app, our web app. So for the long way to go through is to go to your settings, and it is always the 3 buttons. If you're using Chrome, you still see these 3. So just click on it. We click on it, then you need to look for what? More tools. More tools. So when you click on more tools. So when you click on more tools, now you look for what? The developer tools. When you click on developer tools, it will open up. But if you want to use the shortcut, it's F12 on most devices. So you just click F12 and it will show up. So this one is just like the welcome page. Welcome to, so the documentation overview. If you want to learn about it by yourself, you can go through all this. But let me do a quick introduction. These are the elements. This element is used to view your HTML and your CSS. Can you see this now? As I'm clicking on this hello word, it's doing what? It's telling us this. It's clicking on this. So if I click on this hello word now, here. So let's assume I want to change this. I want to say hi. Can you see this? Can you see it's changing? So it used to work on HTML and CSS files, guys. So that's what it does. So now this one is just, when you get to CSS, they will explain this to better to you. So this one is for script, in case you have a JavaScript. So this is where you come and view your JavaScript, but we don't have script here. We're not there yet, so this is it. So now in case you don't want it structured like this, you want it like this, you can see, you can do this, but I prefer it structured like this. So I click this back. So this is move activity bar to the left, click on it. I don't want it to move to the left, I want to click on it. Now let's go to what I was telling you about. Sorry guys, let's go to what I was telling you about the rendering for it to fit on your this thing. So first, let me just go here. So this is toggle device emulation, as you're seeing this. So if you want to check if your website is you can view it on smartphone, on laptop, on iPad, you click here. When you click here, you see that it will change. You now come to this responsive device. You can see different phone structure. You have your iPhone SE. This is the structure. This is the way it looks on iPhone SE, right? You have your iPhone XR. This is what it looks like on iPhone XR. Now you're looking at Pixel 7. You're looking at Pixel 7. See, this is what it looks like on Pixel 7. So it will tell you whether your app is responsive or not. So if your app is not responsive, you come here, you come and check your app. So if it's not responsive, you have to go back, go to your CSS and add your styling to make it more responsive. When you get to CSS, they will teach you that how to make it more responsive. But here you have to come and check. So let's go to let's say we're using a fold. This is like a tablet. So this is what it's looking like on a tab, because I already put initial scale. So I enable it to adapt to different screen sizes. But if we are now adding codes, you need to ensure that the codes too can adapt to those sizes, and that will be taught. You'll be taught how to do that on CSS. So iPad Pro, this is what it looks like on iPad Pro. This is what it looks like on Desktop Max. This is a laptop scale. So different scales. So do you guys understand this, please, or do I go through it again?
Sorry, I didn't get this part.
Through
So
again if
how?
possible. Go through
Okay,
again
sure.
if possible.
Sure, no problem. Let's go back again. So we understand up to this place, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, sure. So this is toggle device emulation, right? Toggle. So we click on it. Do we understand that?
Yeah.
So now, different screen sizes are here. So if you want to test if your web app is responsive according to these sizes, so this is iPhone SE. So this is a small screen. You can see it now. This is what it looks like on a small screen. So it's responsive. But the more you add more complex things, the more unresponsive it becomes. So it's now up to you to add CSS to it to ensure that it is responsive. So if you now finish adding your CSS to it, you're now coming here to check whether it's responsive. All you have to do is, it is automatically unresponsive. You will now change it to the screen sizes to check. iPhone SE, oh, it's responsive. Okay, I'm good to go. You want to check on iPhone XR, it's responsive, I'm good to go. If it is iPhone 14 Pro Max, it is responsive and good to go. You want to check on a laptop or on the iPad mini. Look at, this is what it looks like on an iPad mini. So this is responsive, you're good to go. If you want to check on a laptop, this is responsive. So Desktop Max is mostly laptops. sizes. That's 1280 times 800 pixels. So this is responsive on a laptop. Oh, okay, so this is responsive. So this is going to show on a laptop screen. So this is good. You understand? If you want to use a Galaxy Fold, see, it is responsive. So as long as you've confirmed that your code is responsive, you have to change it back to this dimension. This is the layout responsive. Then you exit it by clicking it again. Do you understand?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else have any issues with this? So, okay, so let's go to the console. So this console, we mostly use it for JavaScript, actually, but we are not there yet. We use it to debug and everything, and to check, to print to tab and everything. So you're not there yet. Now, for sources, use it to debug. So when you have an error, it will show you on your console that there's an error. So if you now go to your console that there's an error here, so if you now click on the error, it will not take you to this. So look at my index.html now. Are you seeing it here now? So if I had an error here, it will tell me this is your error. So all you have to do, if you want to debug, so all you have to do is check for the error and edit your error. So that's what we use source code for. Do you guys understand? I need responses, please. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, understand.
Sorry, please, can you like re-explain, please?
Okay, so this is my elements. Let's assume you're going to a console now. You have an error here. Let's assume you have an error here. If you click on the error, it will take you to this place, your source code. This is our file automatically because we are viewing this. It will have the folder. So it will take you to the index.html file, right? So if there was an error here, it will tell you, you see a line here that is showing error. So you know that this error is coming from this place. So we use it to debug and to check for errors. So oh, this is, so if you want to use ChatGPT to debug, you can debug. And if you want to debug by yourself, if you know, okay, there's a problem in my loop or anything, you can debug by yourself, then you debug. So this is what we use the sources for, to debug and to check for errors. Do you understand now?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. So network is for it will tell you your image, your file types, if it is 200, the status. So the status, most you learn that in your JavaScript. We have different types of status. You have 200, you have 404. 404 is error, 200 is good to go, 30 something, I think bug or something. So you get those. So this is the minutes, how fast this thing is going. We tell you your size, your time, how fast your web app. It depends on how bulky your app is. So if your app is bulky, you shall be seeing your things here, your status. If it is error, you see 404, depending on you, because you need to attach those things to your APIs in your JavaScript. So you see everything here. You learn more about this as time goes on. That's for your performance, how fast it is. So this is just for your performance. You learn more about those things as you go on. So that's all for now. So that's all for now. So do you guys understand your DevOps tools now? Okay. So that will be all for DevOps tools. So I'm going to close with F12. So we've learned about DevOps tools. We're done with this. We're done with this. So I wanted to screenshot this when we get here. So let me add this to your notes. So let me just reduce. Yeah, it's good. So okay. So so we're done with this, right? So now let's go to markup languages. So we said React is made up of I say React. HTML is made up of hypertext markup languages. So now hypertext actually means links that take us to other web pages or sites. So that's just the meaning of hypertext. Now the markup languages are annotation that we use to add meaning to the web app. So hypertext means links, while the markup means annotations. That's meaning or definitions. You understand? So let's look at the markup now. So we have the structural markups and we have the semantic markups. The structural markups are the elements that we can use to describe both headings and paragraphs, right? So now let's look at those things that we can use. Let's start with headings now. Let's go here. So let's we have 6 types of headings. So I'm going to do H1. So I'm going to change this to the 2 types of heading we have. Oh wait guys, let me show you guys. So I did it. So we can write H1 times 6 or 5 for anything you want to do. Then you just click on enter. It will give you those things. So now all I have to do is just do what? Change it to H2, change this to what? H6, change this to what? H5, change this to H4, change this to what? H3, change this to what? Okay, it's already changed. So let's say this is my main paragraph. This is my main heading. So let me just copy. So I'm going to copy this now. So this is a level 2 heading. I'll just put my. So we're going to change everything now to suit the needs. Are you guys following?
Yeah, we are.
So let's save this now so that we can now view. This is the heading. So let's go to see this now. Let's check our first tab. Can you guys see this? This is my main heading. You see how bold it is. This is the level 2 heading. You see the second. You see the third. You see that there's a difference. So now let's use our F12 to check the sizes. Right? Let me go here. Now, are you seeing this? Can you see this? This is what the size is bold. It's block and okay, because I didn't add my text, it's giving 1.33 em. This is the so this is 21.28 pixel. Let's check level 3 now. See 18.72 pixel. You see the difference in size. Let's check 19.92 pixel. Are you seeing the difference in size? Let's go to H1 now. Are you seeing this 21.44 pixel? So this is the automatic size it's giving it. So there's a difference in sizes. Although if you learn CSS, you can change your size too. You can add, you can increase, you can reduce, you can do anything you want to with the sizes. Once you get to CSS, they'll teach you how to do that. But do you guys understand? Guys? Okay. So this is headings. Now paragraph. Let's check our paragraph now. So we use P for paragraph. So let me just do. So I just automatically generated this. We use lorem to generate it. This is just really for the beginning. So this is a paragraph. This is my main heading. So let me save this now, then we'll go back and see. Okay, let me do Control Z. Let me show you guys how to generate things. Are you seeing? I just put lorem times 1. So now let me put lorem times 3, right? So now I'm going to do something. H2. So let me come in. So let's put a paragraph here, right? So inside our paragraph, let's add our element. So now for the last one. So now let's go here now. P. Can you see? I just saved it. Our preacher is formatting it. So now let's go and check what it looks like on what on our live server. So can you guys see this now? Can you guys see this? If I use F12 now, can you see? This is my main heading. So can you guys see this? So if I click on P now, it will now show our text. Can you see the text? If I click here now, see. If I click on P, it shows the text. Can you guys see? If I click on P here too, it shows my text. Can you guys see? So anywhere you press now, see P, it's clicking on P. But if I'm doing H3 now, you see that it's cycling my H3. So that's just it about headings and paragraph. So now let's talk about superscript and subscript. Now let me just draft a test on, let's say so now I want to put something that is in English so that you guys can understand. So now let's see what it looks like here. So as you guys can see, it has already changed everything. As long as you're saving your live server is changing everything. So we're looking at what now? We're looking at superscripts and subscripts now. So let's go here. Okay, so now let's use this example here. Physics will teach you about EMC. What? Now I want a paragraph. Um, so I'm coming. I want to cross-check if it's yes. So look at this now. This is to teach you about superscript. So physics will teach you about. Let me just say it will teach you. Let me say HTML will teach you. So we will not go offline. Okay. So HTML will teach you about superscript and subscript. So now look at this. We're using superscript. So that's up, sub. So now let's do for the down, which is going to be sub. Yes, perfect. So let's save this now. Subscript. So can you see? Can you see this now? H2O. So this is for down. So this is subscript and this is subscript. So this is for up and this is for down. So this is it's a structural markup language. So now then we also have something called white space collapsing. White space collapsing means that if the HTML notices that there is a space between your word that is not needed, it will automatically do what? It will automatically collapse those spaces, except you use certain things. So now, let me save it. I've saved it, right? Let's check here now. Can you see those spaces here? Guys, can you see the spaces here?
Yeah, we can.
Huh?
We can. We can.
You can't because it has collapsed it. Look at the space. It shows about superscript, superscript. Look at the space I kept here. But here, there's no space because of white space collapsing. It removes spaces that it notices automatically. It was structured and built that way. Except you're the one that now tell it, oh, I want spaces between my codes. So we use what we call line breaks and horizontal breaks. Now, let's check this now. Let's let's go back to this now. So let's say now I want space between this and this now. Between this and this, you have to put your break, and we use what they call what BR break. So now you see the break, you see the break now. So can you guys see what I'm sharing now? Can you see the break now? Can you see the space between this
Yes, we
and
can.
this? But if I remove the break now, okay, because I used HP. Okay, let's remove. Let's put all this inside one paragraph, guys, so that you guys will see the oh. So now let's see this now. Let me show you this first. Can you see this now? So now let's add our own breaks to it. So now I have to put what break. And here too I have to put what? Break. So now let's save this and go back and check. Can you see now? Can you see the way it came up? So guys, can you see now? So it will space it out. It will align it. Do you guys please understand? Do you guys understand? So now let's go to horizontal lines. So now for horizontal lines, let's say I want a line between this. I don't want to use break now. I'll use HR. It means horizontal line. So now let's check what it looks like now. Can you see the horizontal line? Let's add an horizontal line to the third one too. Let's see. Can you see it now? So this is horizontal line. It partitions them separately. Do you understand?
Yes,
Guys, please.
we
Yes, please.
understand.
Okay. So let's go to the next lens, next this thing. So semantic HTML now. They are used to give meanings to our tags and elements, right? While while structural will describe the headings and the paragraphs, semantic will give meanings to give definitions. So let's look at this now. Let's use this too. If I want to show that HTML is important now, I can use what? EM. So EM means strong. I want to use strong. So I need to put this here now. Right? So let's save it and let's go and check it out now. Can you notice the difference? HTML is now what? Bold. So it's showing that this is important. HTML is important. So it's used to show importance. That's strong. Now M is used to emphasize on something. So let's say so I want to emphasize that this is my first web app. So let's add emphasis here now. Now let's save it and go and check what it will look like. So are you seeing it? It's going to give you it in italic form. Welcome to my first web app. Right? So this is what emphasis means in HTML. So now Q we use it for quotation, but we use it for a shorter quotations. That's quotations that we can put inside a paragraph. So let's assume I want to let's use this now. Let me use this now. So I have let's put the quotation here. So this is P, our paragraph element now. So the quotation is what some people talk to animals, not many listen though. That's the problem. So this is our quotation Q. We have nested it inside an element. So any quotation you want to use that is short, you put it inside a paragraph element. So let's save and go and check out what it looks like here now. So let's go to my app. Can you see now? Can you see that it has added quotations to it? Do you guys understand?
Yes, we understand.
Okay. So for block quotes is used for longer quotations that we can, in shorter quotations we are putting inside a P element, but for longer quotations we'll put the P element inside the quotations. So let's check it out now. So now we always use block quotes for our longer quotations. Can you now see that we are putting block quotes? P, we choose to go to the moon and do other things, not because they're easy, but because they're hard. So let's save this now. When we save this, let's go back and check what it looks like. Can you see? Can you see the way it's formatted it? Because it knows it's a long quotation by John F. Kennedy. Please, you guys understand? So now let's explain citations. Cite is used for citations and referencing a word from where the citation is from. So from our example here, we already have a citation. So we cited from what? John F. Kennedy. So when we put cite, look at the way it works. Look at the way it, look at the way it, look at the way it displayed it to show you that it was a citation. It's putting it in what? It in italic form, but not complete italic, to show you that it's a citation. So it was cited from what? John F. Kennedy. So that's what citation does. This is how you show citations. So now let's go to abbreviations and acronym, right? So let's assume we want to show our abbreviation. Now, I'm putting this inside the quote, inside the block quote. So you use the word abbreviate and you close the tag. You open the tag abbreviation, you close that. If it is acronym, so you use, look at the word itself, WHO, but the full meaning is what? World Health what? Organization. So we are telling it that it's an abbreviation, but the title is what? World Health Organization. So let's go and check what it looks like here now in our app. So look at this now. So when I click here, what you see, you are seeing what? The abbreviation on the screen. Can you guys see? The same thing with acronym. Let's assume we want to use acronym now. Okay. Come on, let me do it. Let's leave this. Let's make our own acronyms. P. So I'll just put um let me check for the full meaning of NASA. So National Aeronautics and Space. How come you still don't want to copy? So let's copy this now. So I think acronym is depreciated, but let's just save it. So let's save it and go back and check. So let's look at C. Are you seeing it? So the same thing, but I think acronym is depreciated. Abbreviation is the most used now. So let's go to do you guys understand, please? Before I go on.
Yes, we are understanding.
Okay. So DFN is used as its definition. So let's say I want to define a new term, right? We use DFN. So inside the DFN, we now have the term that we want to define. That's let's say DFN. Then the term we want to define. Let's say um I'm saying menu. Then you now add the definition of the menu that you want to define. So I'm coming now. So I'm coming, guys, to say let's do this. So guys, so I can say term, right? No. Let me now add the term. Okay, guys. So terms and condition. So let's view what it looks like here. Can you guys see terms and condition, then the definition? So this is what it looks like. So it's telling you term is this thing, and this is what we're describing. And so what this is the definition of what we've given. So can you see the layout? Can you see that it spaced itself? Even though I didn't space it, I put it under one term. So that's what it does. So the definition is then the description, that's the term you want to define. Then the definition itself, that's the DD. So that's the meaning. Please, do you guys understand? Guys, please, I need a response. Hello? Are you guys there?
Yes, we are catching up.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Don't worry, guys, we're almost done. I know everybody's tired. So let's go to address now. So how to add address to how to add address to this thing. So let's say let's add an horizontal line, right? So so I'm coming. So this is an address. So the first thing you do is you put your address, then P. So written by Bisola, then I want to put a break because I don't want it to be on the same line. Visitors at chapter.br.dev. Then I'm adding a link. email bisola@gmail.com. Then I'm closing my address. So let's save it and see what it looks like here now. Can you guys see this? So this is a link. If I click here now, definitely you see. So because this is not, I didn't, when I put my Gmail there, you would get it. I've closed it. So let's reopen the live server. So let's go live again. Yeah. So written by, but you see the way it's structured, written by Bisola, I put a paragraph, then I put a break in between so that it's not on the same line. Then this dot as this dot up. Then if I want, I can also make this one to a link. All I have to do is just add what, right? So I'll just put this now. I can put hash here. Let's save it. Let's go back and check now. Can you see now? It's also a link. Do you understand? So that's how we we get this thing. So now these ones now, insert is used to show text that are added to a document. So let's say you already have a website, there is launch. Now I want to insert something again. Let's say I want to insert now. I'll put insert this was updated this week. Now you see it here to show you that you just inserted. Okay, let's add a break because I don't want it to be on the same line. So let's add a break. So let's go back and see. Can you see this was updated this week? So because it was updated, because I inserted it, can you see the underline? It's telling us that it was inserted this week. So for delete, it used to show that we delete a document from a text. So let's also go back and show that we deleted something. Let me just put the delete here. So I'm putting delete. So let me delete this now. So let's save it. Let's go and check what it looks like here. Can you guys see that? It shows that this was deleted. So it's cancelled this out because I deleted it. Do you guys get me? Are you guys here, please?
Pardon
Yeah,
about
sure.
that.
Go on. Go
Pardon
on. Yeah.
about that. Pardon about that one for the heat.
Yeah. I should re-explain.
Yes.
Okay. So we use delete to show that something was on the website, but we removed it. Let's say we remove something from a website, it's no longer valid. We can show that yes, this thing was part of it, but it's no longer valid. So this is why we use this del delete. So now it will just cancel it out on the website like this. So I just inserted what this delete here. Do you guys understand?
Yeah, I have understood.
Okay. So let's go to S, which is the last thing for this class today. S indicates that something is no longer accurate, but it is relevant. So I can put now, right? I can put created on May 2023. Now, this is 2023, but we're in 2025 now. So this one is no longer accurate. I'll wrap it up with what S to tell us that this thing is no longer what's accurate though. So I put S here. So I'll wrap it up now. So let's save this now and go back. So now let's check. Can you see? Created on me. So see the way it's wrapped it up. So this means this is no longer accurate. Do we understand, please?
Yes. Yes.
So please, any questions?
Sorry, please, I didn't get this S you explained just now. This S tag.
Okay, S indicates something that is no longer accurate or is irrelevant. So let's say you created a website, you put the date 2023, or you added some definitions, but there's a new definition. So you just wrap it with S. It will not cancel it out in a way that it will show that it's no longer what relevant. Do you understand now?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So you guys have an assignment. Your assignment is to please recreate this astronomer's letter using the right markup. So I've already created the letter for you, but you have to use your code to give me this. Do you guys understand? I'm going to send it to you guys to be submitted on Monday before we proceed with advanced, with basic HTML, guys. So next week, Monday, I'll be taking you, if your mentor is not around. So we'll be talking about list, images, links. If time permits, we'll treat table, but if time does not permit, then table will be treated in the next session, which is advanced, along with your form. Are we good, guys?
Yes, of course, we are good.
Yeah, we
So
are.
everybody understands, and there's no question.
Me, my question is about the other one, the other tag for update.
The what?
The other tag for update, does it act as a link? Because I see it is underlined.
The updates.
Yeah. When you put the update, I see the paragraph is underlined.
The paragraph is underlined because I put S. I wrapped it in S. So that's the way S actually works. It underlines and cancel out. That's its own way of saying, oh, this is no longer in vogue.
Okay.
Does
Thank
that
you
answer
so
your
much.
question?
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome. So guys, this will be the end of our session today. I hope you guys had fun and I didn't take too much of your time. Thank you very much for coming. So wait, let me take attendance, please. So, sorry, Maya, did you take attendance?
No. But
Okay.
we'll just take it from, I don't know if I'll be able to, the session was
Because there was
recorded.
about 22 people, but now it's 15. And
Yeah.
I guess their network was bad, so I don't want to be unfair to them. So
Yes.
will you be able to help me take it from the video?
I would.
Okay, no problem. I think I'll check it out. Let me take this one, then I'll check the video for the ones that were no. But I'm not sure we can access from the video too. That's the thing. The scrolling. Because I didn't scroll to the name
Yes,
side.
I was doing the scrolling. I was scrolling to the names when they started joining. So maybe we could get some information from there.
Okay. You scrolled right. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so let me just take these ones and then we'll wrap up. So guys, I'll be sharing the notes with you guys. So I'll be sharing the notes with you guys. It will contain the assignment tomorrow. So guys, please do your assignments. We'll be checking. It's part of your total scheme and everything. So see you guys next week. Take care. Have a lovely weekend.
Thank you
Bye.
so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye guys.